Alright, we got another net video for y'all today. We're gonna go put some wire nets in the lake. It is the middle of September, and we got about 3 weeks till hunting season starts for us. And this is one of the times of the year that we fish again a little bit with our wire nets to try to put some channel cat fillets and some whole fryers in the freezer. And that's what we're about to go do. We're gonna go stick 3 nets in our local lake, Darbone, here in North Louisiana. And I got something a little different I'm gonna show y'all today. I've been thinking of an idea of how we could suspend these. Y'all see us fishing these wire nets a lot off the trees suspended, and that's how we're gonna be fishing them today. Problem is, some lakes that are legal to fish may not have timber, and Darbone's getting a lot harder to find trees. So I want to come up with a way to suspend these wire nets, and yeah, this is going to be one of the, maybe something nobody's ever seen before. There may be some people fishing some nets like this. I know there's some guys fishing some hoop nets similar to this. I have never seen the wire nets fish like this. I'm going to try it. I'm going to take y'all along for the ride, me and Danielle, and we're going to see if we can catch some fish. I'm going to show y'all real quick what we're going to do. I've got some floats here, and I'm going to float the tail end of this. This is going to be the closed end of the net. I'm going to float this in. We're going to fish it with our compressed cheese and soybean blocks just like normal. I've got a little bridle here, and I've got, this is just a rotor or rear drum, and I've got an extra rotor if I need extra weight. I don't know with the wire and this drum if this is going to sink, stretch this net vertical, or just what, but we're going to try it and see. And it might be a scratch, we might have to do something different, but that's how I'm wanting the net to fish. Typically we would probably be in 15 to 20 foot of water this time of the year on the edge of the channel, because we've done had a couple cool snaps and the fish are starting to migrate back toward the edge of the channel and getting ready to fall off in the channel. That's why they call it channel cats. But we'll see. I'm gonna get right on the edges, drop this in. Now how we're gonna retrieve it is, I've got a 50-foot rope here, just like my headlines normally on my nets, and I've got it tied to my weight. We'll stretch this out, drop this line in, it'll be on bottom, and when we go back we'll drag it up. And that's going to be our method to try this and just see. Like I said, we have no idea. I've never fished a net like this before, but I've been thinking about this for a couple years now, and we're going to go try it and show y'all the results. We also got one more thing we're going to try, and that's the new net that I put the video out that I built. This is the cattle panel wire net. It's 1.5 inch mesh. Now I'm hoping and praying and expecting this thing to catch. We have not fished it yet. This will be the first time we put it in the water. I do expect we're going to catch bigger fish, and probably not as many as we do in the other nets. We'll just have to see, because this is bigger mesh. That's what we want to do. We want to catch the bigger fish, we want some of the little ones to go out. So 1.5 inch, we're normally, this wire net that we've been fishing is 1.25 inch. So this is a test run, and this will be the first test run for this net. So pretty excited about getting it in the water and seeing what this big beast is going to catch. It's mid-September, September the 9th actually. So I always caught good from about the middle of September to mid-October, and even all winter long. But I think we can catch some channel cats right now. And what we got going on, the lake is being lowered right now. They're going to lower it 4 to 5 foot. Do this every 4 years, and I have not fished the lake during this period. So we're going to get over here today and fish a new spot that I hadn't been fishing too much. It's a little bit deeper in here, so if the water levels change, it won't mess us up too bad. I think we'll do okay. At least catch a mess to eat. Maybe a few to put in the freezer here before deer season hits. So we're going to suspend these nets, tie them onto some stumps, Everybody that's seen any of our videos knows that's how we bait them right there. Throw one of these compressed cheese soybean blocks. I'll show y'all the end of this right here. Y'all see they just got a machine that compresses these and kind of chops them off into the blocks. It's hard to see, but you can kind of see the soybean ground up, a little bit of cheese in there. I don't know exactly their recipe and the ingredients. I ain't gonna tell nobody that, but they do catch. Catch pretty good, and y'all seen that from our videos. You just gotta get your nets in the right spots. We're gonna tie 2 of these on trees, and we're gonna take another one and try this new method and see if we can suspend it with weight on bottom, come up 5 foot to the mouth, 5-6 foot to the mouth off the bottom, and the tail end will be about 10 foot off the bottom, and then we'll have some floats tied above that just to keep it. And if it works, that's gonna give all our viewers a method to fish these like this in a lake where they're legal, or a river that there's not a lot of current in or something, where there's not timber. So a lot of lakes don't have timber in them. You ain't got nothing to tie on to. So in the summertime when it's hot and there ain't no oxygen at the bottom and your fish is dying, this suspending them like that with a float, if it works and catches, might be on to something. But we'll have to see on that one. There ain't no guarantees, and whatever happens, we're gonna show y'all. If we don't catch, we're just gonna show you we don't catch, tell you, hey, scratch that idea. But if we catch a mess of fish in it, at least you'll know then. I'm gonna go ahead and bait these now, just because it's easier that way, and we'll pull over there then, and after we get them baited good and tie on to a snag. Y'all can see there's our bungee strap right there. We'll pull that down here right there. Hadn't seen its better day, but I think it'll go one more trip. Yeah, got our bait in there. That one's ready to tie onto a tree. This is our other one that we just showed y'all. We'll put a whole block in each one of these. I had a few blocks left over. Need to use them up anyways. So we'll try that right there and see what happens. Got our floats rigged up on there. That's just some crab trap floats is all that is. State of Louisiana, don't forget to tag your nets. We got to tag them now. These are tagged. Got my name, license number, phone number, all that good stuff on the tags. I don't have a bungee strap on this one, so I'm just tying it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can just tie these tail bags if you ain't got bungee straps. Show y'all what it is right there. You can just see I just tied it to the wire right there. So that one's ready to go. Put that one out last so we don't get it tangled up or anything. And then there's, I think in the video we called it the ultimate wire net. It's the cattle panel, so the wire mesh is plenty big enough. It's a bigger 1.5 inch mesh net, and some of them, a lot of them little fish gonna be able to go through there. We'll see how well this one does. That ain't the way I wanted it to go. Of course it's gonna fall the wrong way. There we go. She's in there now. All right, guys, we had another question we'll address. Actually, this question come across yesterday on one of our older videos about the gasoline, the tar on these nets. Wouldn't that scare the fish? Well, this net is dry. It's been hanging up outside, and yeah, this is treated twine. It's tar treated, but it's dry. I mean, there's no scent or anything really that's gonna give off, and when it hits the water, it's gonna get a little slime and coating on it, and no, it don't bother. If it did, we wouldn't be catching fish. So hopefully that answers that question a little bit. Well, let's get this dude in the water, see if we can catch some fish with it. Y'all see that right there? Can y'all imagine how many boats that stump has messed up the bottom of. Look at them. Every one of these stumps out here is all beat up by boat marks like that on the top of them. So if you're on Darbone, you better be careful. You're gonna get on some stumps. I like it.
We found a stump he likes. Ooh, we're putting them in our homemade one.
A lot cooler the water is already, so I'm not sure what these will do. We're gonna test them right here. As this water's falling out another couple foot, we might have to move them closer to a channel or something, but yeah, we're gonna see if it works. Go from there. That's one down. It's easy as that.
Bradley getting us stuck on stumps.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Here we go.
Definitely in a stump field.
Got a stump over here.
Got stumps everywhere.
Coming up on top of it.
So remember.
You're asking me to remember?
Yeah, remember. Don't forget where it's at, damn you.
I know one stump had like a snag on it that looked like a horse. Good luck with that one, Bradley. Good luck. Rocking back and forth in this boat, so the things some of us do for food and freezer. Net number 2 in. Stump popping up over there.
Yeah, see that? I'm sure we just get on top.
I hope not. Yep. I don't like this. There we go. Another one.
So this is probably about 2 foot below pool stage right now. 1.5 feet, 2 foot. So these stumps would normally be just right under the edge of the water. You wouldn't see them. So this is why you can't run wide open just anywhere in this lake. It's got a lot of stumps in it. We're gonna go out here and find us a spot and set this thing out just to try it. We know there's a deep hole right here that we just went over. This is part of the creek channel, like right in here. Deep. Oh yeah, it's plenty deep enough. Try this one more time. Try to drop it in our slough. See it? Y'all can see that's gonna hold that net up vertical. Right there. Tell y'all, all I'm gonna do, we've got a stump that's like a land marker over here, and we'll know to come in here and drag across it like this. I'm gonna just let the wind blow me this way, stretch this line out, and drop it in. So this is basically like our headline. It should be running all the way back to our weight, and then you got about 5 foot from the weight in the bottom up to the net. That bait is about 6 or 7 foot off the bottom right now. So we'll just see what happens. Maybe them fish will find it. And there's our headline right there. We can drag that up right there, no problem. Should be able to. Pretty confident we can get it back up. This is a test and it's experimental. So we'll see, and this spot's new for us. We'll see what happens. Well, time to go run some nets. Running my wire nets. Middle of a hurricane. Alright, we gotta go check these wire nets today. They've been out 3 days. Don't know what we're gonna have. We had some weather come in. Got this Hurricane Francine having some effects on Louisiana. We ain't got much up here, but y'all can see we got a little wind in the lake. Got some clouds, some rain, but fishing don't stop. Got to go check them out. Got Noah getting in the boat with me. Danielle bailed on me, so I had to call back up. Actually, that's not true. I got off early and Danielle couldn't get off this early. And we got to try to get the nets up today and go bait up some hog traps. Tomorrow's Friday, gonna be the weekend. We're gonna be on the lease. Probably gonna run up and set this pig rig at night. Those hogs been in there the last 2 days and all the feed's gone. So we catfishing and catching hogs. So we're about to get out here in this hurricane and go run these catfish wire nets. Check out this ultimate wire net. See how well it caught. Don't know about this spot. We're gonna go check it out and see. All right, Noah said he gonna raise them, so I'm gonna let him raise them today. Just gonna get you over there. Don't let me pinch your fingers. Two fish. Monsters. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Well, we may as well take that nut. That ain't even enough for supper. Alright, I hope this one's better than that one was, or we ain't gonna have no supper. There may not be no fish in this part of the lake, I don't know. Nothing, not a single fish. That is crazy. Good?
Yeah.
All right, we got our one we put in deep water. We've had 2 fish in these first 2 nets. That's very bad. This is a deep hole. Y'all check that out. These fish done went deep. Well, that method worked. I think we just figured something out. All right, y'all see it right there? We didn't have no fish in the 2 that was hanging. Of course, they were about 15, 16 foot of water. These were off in a deeper hole is where these was. And the only thing suspending this net was these floats. So that method will catch fish. We just gotta get these fish a little cooler weather and them drop off in this channel a little thicker. And we're gonna probably fill one of these nets up like this. So we're gonna play around a little bit more with that method. That's what we wanted, was just a mess of fish. We got that out of the deal. All right. Now we got some rain coming. They're letting some water out of the lake, so a lot of these fish are starting to head for this deeper water. Maybe some bait fish and shad in that deep hole right there, and that kind of runs into one of these creek channels. So we just dropped the homemade, the one I made, in there a little deeper. Try to get it down in there where we caught those fish. We'll see what happens next trip. But right now we finna go fry up some of these. We got plenty for supper and have a few bags to put in the freezer. Weather's kicking up on us. Get this boat on the trailer. Y'all can tell this thing got pretty rough down here. Hoop nets and hurricanes. You letting me raise them today?
Yeah, why not?
Or are you gonna get dirty?
Let you get some practice in.
Let me get some practice in. I'm gonna need it. That's it. See if my new way of doing things caught any more fish. I already feel them. Yeah. So there you go. Get all that in the camera. Y'all can see I ain't, what, 2 foot above the tail end of that net. The mouth's down, about 5 foot off the bottom right there.
Show them how to untie, not this time.
Yeah. Buy bungee straps, don't be like me. Remember to stop and get your bungee straps. That's all we wanted to dress anyways, ain't it? Enough for supper.
Come on, get him, kid. Make a meal or two out of them.
It's coming on.
There we go. True professionals out here.
That's it. We had a heavy weight on this one. Couple bigger ones. Oh, we got. What the deal is, most of these this size just going straight through it. It's an 1.5 inch mesh, so that's like the smallest fish it's gonna catch. So it'll catch. We just got to get this on some bigger fish. Probably in the river. It's on some blues, big channel cats. Probably where this is gonna come in more into play. These fish over here is just gonna be too small for this 1.5 inch mesh. So we do know it'll work. We know it'll catch. But like I said, them's yeah, you're only gonna catch the big ones in it. You're not gonna catch the little ones. That's what it was built for. We're just playing with it, testing a little bit. What we do know is over here, to catch those smaller ones, we're gonna have to stick to 1.25 inch mash. So we get a lot of questions about, like, why are you keeping that smaller fish, or why you keep so many and that kind of stuff, or you should let them grow. So these nets are right beside each other, literally less than probably 100 feet from each other. And y'all can see, like, yeah, we caught, I don't know, probably 40, 50 channel cats there. Probably about 40. 3 in this one, of course, bigger size. All the small ones that go through the mesh. Like I said, that's what this one's built for. But y'all can see this lake, these fish just don't typically get that much bigger. I mean, that's a really nice channel cat for this lake. They just don't get much bigger than that in here. That one there's a little thin and poor, and that's what I say too. Like, you can see how thin he is. They just don't gain much weight in this lake. We're not gonna keep that one. Hopefully he'll get fat or something. Rest of them pretty much look all right. So yeah, that's supper. What was he? That's 12 inch channel cat, ain't it?
Somewhere about there.
Yep. You good?
Yeah.
Y'all can see right there, that's the normal ones like we whole fry, or either we'll fillet some of them right there. That's a 12 inch channel cat. And we'll show y'all, this is 1.5 inch mesh. So I'm just picking a random mesh right there. Incorporate. Watch. Once his head goes through there, he's done. He's out of there. So you're not gonna catch those eater size channel cats in 1.5 inch mesh. You know, you can catch a pound and bigger in something like that. I just wanted to put it over here and test it, but I kind of figured that that's what was gonna happen over here. We was gonna just get our bait eaten, and a bunch of them smaller fish was gonna go through it. Hey, this net run, we didn't have a bunch, but I honestly got so much going on right now, fixing to get ready for Colorado, working up here at the camp. I didn't want a bunch to dress this weekend. It's Friday night. We're up here trying to catch these hogs. I just iced these down yesterday. And this is what I had. I done filleted some. I got these left to dress. I'm gonna fix us up some whole fryers for tomorrow. I said before in some of our videos that our lake is losing trees and stumps every year. We're not losing the stumps. They're still there. They're just breaking off at the water. And eventually, even our lake's not gonna have anywhere to tie any of these nets to. So we've just found another method we're gonna be able to use to catch these fish.